Today, our next topic is, speaking of grifters, we got Tim Masso. We got, that's Alfred E. Newman. We got Alfred E. Newman. And he's doing a show called Top Dress Watches to Buy. Now, again, this is a grift. He's doing a grift. Hang on a second. Now, again, he's been watching our channel. He's been watching the channel. That's what, again, he's talking about all the watches we've been talking about. Okay, watch this. These guys are all catching on very late. They all come around. Look, this channel, we're always right. We are always right. Okay, let's see what Alfred E. Newman has to say.
Formal attire were the rule and not the exception. It wasn't until the 80s and 90s rise of Rolex as the reference point for luxury that buyers began to associate tool-style watches with daily dress and routines. Rolex became an office watch. It became something you wore at a wedding or with a tuxedo. But dress watches have changed since the 1990s. Gerald Genta, to say nothing of the 1980s. Patek Philippe, 3919. First, dress watches are a lot more versatile than in the past. Second, collectors no longer feel an obligation to match attire to watches, which opens up more opportunities to use our dress watches. Finally,
true. By the way, that's true. So I mean, look, you can wear a dress. Like, look. I think Zuckerberg is the guy because look, Zuckerberg is a role model for all the tomato cans. Zuckerberg is a tomato can role model, and all the tech bros, they all started wearing T-shirts like him, right? I mean, they just copy that guy, like, they're like sheep, right? They look at that guy as their, like, whatever. He wears a Patek dress watch with his, like, T-shirt. I mean, like, it's really goofy, whatever, but these guys are going to start to do it. So that is going to be the thing. It's like, look, when JFK, men used to wear hats. Men wore hats always, right? And when JFK stopped wearing a hat, in the early 1960s, basically, I mean, that was the president of the United States. He didn't wear a hat. And, people just copied him and they stopped wearing hats. And JFK single-handedly destroyed the hat industry in America, in the world. He destroyed the hat industry.
The rise of elite independent brands has led to a resurgence of interest in dress models, as well as pushing the boundary of what can be considered a dress watch. It's more than you think. First, let's consider how dress watches themselves have changed, even from very traditional brands. And we probably need some kind of definition of the term itself first. The 5226G.
So I got a big issue with what he's talking about with the dress watch. Okay, the whole dress watch thing. When you call something a dress watch, it's got to be something that's, when I think of a dress watch, it's something you wear with a suit. Okay, it's something you wear. That's it. It's a dress watch. It's something you would wear to let's say a formal occasion, a wedding, a funeral, whatever, a state dinner, when you receive your Nobel Prize. Listen, when I get my Nobel Peace Prize or Nobel Prize for horology, I'm not going to show up there with a yacht master. No, I'm going to be wearing a tuxedo or a dinner jacket, I guess you call it. And I'm going to be wearing my Patek Philippe. Guess which Patek Philippe I would wear? The Ellipse. That's right. I'm not going to wear a 3940. I'm not wearing a perpetual calendar with a tuxedo. That's faux pas. I'm wearing the Ellipse. Now, a dress watch has got to be an elegant watch that's worn with a suit. This over here is a sports watch. This is not a dress watch. I mean, listen, this is a guy. Look at the way this guy's dressed. Look at the way this guy's dressed here. He's got those shirts with those baby collars that he buys in the boys department at JCPenney. I mean, the guy shops in the boys department, right? He wears this jacket, which is let me see if I can insult his jacket. It's actually kind of a cool jacket. I think it doesn't fit or something, but it is kind of, the design is kind of cool. I think something is, I don't know. This guy's like a skeleton in there. The jacket actually is kind of a cool design. I think it's a knockoff of like a what the hell? Who's the guy that does this? The original is made by the guy, the French fart king. What's his name? He's a French Italian guy. He does beautiful stuff. It has that look, but it's kind of it could be a cool jacket. I can't say anything about the jacket, but the shirts are horrible. I mean, you can't, and there's no top. I mean, look at this. The jacket is clothed. It's an insult to the audience. Listen, the guy's insulting the audience, not wearing a tie. And this, it's I don't know. So you don't take style advice from this guy. You cannot. This is a watch you wear with a T-shirt. This is a watch made for, a guy in L.A. like the Prince of Porn Valley. The Prince of Porn Valley, I actually would recommend it. This is the type of watch that you wear to a meeting in LA. You know, a creative meeting. You know, they have a meeting. They talk about, you know, the snuff film that they're shooting in Chatsworth, and the Kesslowitz says, okay, we're going to use the 8mm camera, and this is how we're going to set it up. We're going to block the shot, and this is the watch that he's going to wear with a T-shirt. Okay, he's going to be wearing a T-shirt, sneakers, and this watch with jeans, and that's a cool look. This is a watch you can wear with jeans. I think it's fine. I mean, I wouldn't buy this watch, but you know, it's like a retro Fugazi type of watch. But I get it. It's like an LA thing. It's the type of thing people in LA wear, you know, when they drive their like Mazda Miata or like a Porsche Boxster, you know, like a hairdresser car. Okay, this is his other dress watch recommendation. Again, this is a sports watch. This is purely a sports watch on a strap, 100% sports watch with like a complication. Okay, it's not a dress watch. This is not a watch you wear to a wedding, okay, or to get your Nobel Prize. Okay, now again, this guy's not getting a Nobel Prize. Now he's got these Bukkake watches, which technically, I mean, I guess could be dress watches, like, I don't know, at like a P. Diddy party. They had a Diddy freak-off party. Oh yeah, you know, I'm very disappointed that he has not worn those the sunglasses at the back of his head. The sunglasses, those lime green sunglasses that he would wear in every video on the back of his head, was classic. And I would always make comments in his chats, and I probably left dozens of comments. And at some point, I think what happened was, once I think the Watchbox people, you know, once they went like really corporate, they probably said, look, you know, we're spending a lot of money in this production. You're making us look bad. You got the watch reporter, you know, basically saying you're Bukkake. And that's when he did. I mean, it was a very pretentious of him, you know, the sunglasses on the back, very pretentious to wear. Like, again, he's indoors doing a video. Why do you need to have sunglasses on the back of your head? Are you riding your bike right now? I guess he rides his bicycle or something. He rides his, like, you know, what's his name? Like Pee Wee Herman. He rides his bike to work. Yeah, it's basically, it's kind of an insult to the audience. It's like an FU to the audience. Okay, I'm so important. Like I could give a shit about you. I'm gonna wear sunglasses on the back of my head. That's what he's basically saying. Like, that's kind of like an F off to the audience. I'm like too cool to you know, follow, you know, just normal behavior. Because, you know, I'm a man of style, you know. Hang on a second. Okay, now, hang on a second. Now, this watch is interesting. Let's see what he's got to say about the Vacheron here.
It would be these guys. Yet here's the triple calendar from the Traditionnel collection, and it's incredibly modern. Forward-looking, it is a large, beefy 41mm white gold case. It's got a wild open dial with layered sapphires, including the calendar discs, nickel anthracite movement coating for a cool grayscale aesthetic, and a meaty wrist presence. This is one that will rival any sports watch for appearance and standard.
I got to tell you something. This watch, it is a dress watch. It is a dress watch. It's white gold. It's a Vacheron. It is kind of a sport watch. It could go either way. It swings both ways. This watch swings both ways. And I gotta tell you, this is a beautiful watch. This is an absolute stunner. Does it have a second hand? Please tell me you don't. Okay, it does not have a second hand. Okay, this passes the test. It's got these sapphire. Now, this is not my thing, because it's like, I don't know, the display. Like, I don't like all the transparent stuff. It's like, I don't know, it's a little bit gimmicky for me. But first of all, what these guys are doing here, this is what Patek should be doing. It's a modern watch, right? They're not trying to make it look old fashioned. They're using classical elements. I mean, they're basically using classical, timeless elements. This watch is, you know, it's a modern watch, right? It definitely looks like something made today, but it's a classic, timeless design. This watch is going to look good 100 years from now. Okay, it's a triple calendar. It's not a perpetual, which is fine. And I love the way they got the calendar thing goes around. I love that thing that goes that sweeps, you know, all the way around the outside of the bezel. That's beautiful. The hands are beautiful. I mean, it's a cool watch. Not for me, but for, like, again, like, you got these grifters out there. You know, they're flexing their see-through Breguet. They're flexing their see-through Breguet watches. and and this is the real deal. Okay, this is the real watch. This is the real watch. Overseas blue. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, listen, these watches, these modern watches are all these modern watches, believe me, they're going straight to discount. Every every Vacheron is going to be at a discount. This, if you have to get like something modern like this, like you don't want like an old man watch, so you don't want a so-called old man watch, this is it. I mean, this is like, I mean, this is what the Zuckerberg, the Zuckerberg should wear. Yeah, that's funny. Fostoka. Who's Fostoka? I don't know. I don't know this reference. I don't know the reference. Yeah. Yeah. It has like it looks kind of monochromatic, but it's a very cool watch. Moon phase. Great watch. I mean, it's unbelievable watch. So again, not for me. And this is not for this channel because this watch has no upside potential, okay? Unless you buy it at a deep discount. You get it at a deep discount, it's going to be dead money for a while, but I think ultimately it's kind of a cool watch if you have to have this modern look. But there's no upside value until, it might have upside, 10 years from now, 15 years from now when it depreciates more.
And on the wrist. This triple calendar isn't something you leave in the safe for the 2 or 3 times a year you attend a wedding or the opera. There's a versatility here that makes it both fun.
Yeah, first of all, you don't wear this to the wedding or the opera. See, this guy doesn't understand. Okay, if you're gonna go to a wedding or the opera, you wear a simple, elegant, time-only dress watch, a thin, ultra-thin watch like a Patek Ellipse. That's what it was for. The Patek Philippe Ellipse watch is designed really. It's designed for, I don't want to say formal occasions. I mean, it could be worn anywhere, but that watch looks amazing with a tuxedo. Okay, I've never worn it with a tuxedo, but it would look amazing, absolutely amazing. A Patek Ellipse is the best watch you could wear with a tuxedo. I'm talking that full stop. There's no other watch. I'm talking like this is like I'm talking about the gold one with the blue dial. Is the one to wear, or the white gold, whatever it is, but and the oval one, the classic look, or even actually either way. But I think the oval one is probably the best one. Time only, 2 hands. That's what you wear for that type of occasion. I mean, you don't wear a triple calendar to your wedding. I mean, that's kind of like insulting, I think, and not maybe the opera.
Fine and usable, and you're going to be trying to find reasons not to wear this watch. You're not going to have many. Vacheron also shows.
Again, why do you pay attention to these Bukiakistani channels? I mean, people who know nothing. I mean, like really, this guy's telling you that you wear this watch to a wedding or the opera. I mean, again, a guy with backwards sunglasses on his head.
Appeal of mechanical watches, the machine within can be expressed externally more easily in a dress watch.
Look at the moon phase. Wow, that's some moon phase. Here's the thing: these guys now. They're taking a page out of the playbook of the independent watchmakers. They're doing like all the stuff that the independent watchmakers are doing. It was Philippe Stern or Thierry Stern? Thierry Stern. You talk about? I think Thierry Stern is the greatest watch designer, not Philippe. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. But the Ellipse, I don't know who made the Ellipse. I think it was stolen from the Danishman.
Then in some sort of thick, highly water-resistant pilot dive or engineer's model, you can really bring the movement out to the front on a clear dial in a way you can't do with a soft iron-cased Milgauss or Ingenieur, for example. And like that Audemars we saw, the triple calendar appeals by turning the dial into the case back, which is what we really want, to see the best part without taking our watch off every time we look at it. And I'm going to say, other than rare skeleton models, this is something almost no one did on traditional dress watches back in the 80s and 90s. At $53,000, it costs as much as 2 overseas and then some, but it has wrist presence to truly rival the Vacheron Constantin sports watch. I feel like this is something I probably enjoy more than an overseas. And yes, there are.
Oh yeah, no question. I mean, the overseas is like the thing that bothers me about the overseas is that second hand. It's like there's no purpose for it, and I mean, I don't know. The watch has some cool parts about it. It has cool parts. I like the fact that you can put on the rubber strap. The one that's in rose gold looks great. You know, one of our aristocrats, Baron Omar, has one of these in rose gold, blue dial. You know, I did a video where I thought it was a steel watch. You know, it was actually rose gold, blue dial, and it's an impressive watch. It's a huge watch. It's a huge watch. And I would wear it on a strap, actually. I mean, it's just, I think it's better on the strap. But the bracelet is amazing. The bracelet is amazing. I mean, the design of the bracelet is very cool. Very cool watch. I think they're going to drop in value, though. I think they're gonna have a big drop, and then there might be upside. I don't know. The Vacheron stuff is really, the modern Vacheron is just not. Modern Vacheron is like deep discount territory, straight to the discount bin. Okay, a Langen's own dress watch. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you're. I mean, this is the type of watch you wear to like I don't know, a Hitler Youth rally, or I don't know, what do you call it? SS reunion dinner or something like that. You know, whatever, Nazi party reunion dinner. Yeah, it's a weird watch. It's really not. I wouldn't wear this to the opera. This is kind of like, it could be a sport watch, really. It could be a sport watch. I think it's more sport watch territory. You put it on a different strap. It's more of it's too chunky. The problem with these Lange watches, they're just too chunky to be dress watches. It doesn't go under a cuff. This is a joke, pure joke. A Grand Seiko. I mean, this is a disgrace. I mean, this guy is like an embarrassment. Okay, let me see what he's got to say about the Patek Calatrava here.
Anymore, guys, and it hasn't been for a while. All of this leads to buyers who are more likely than in the past to consider dress watches equally alongside sporting models. Online, Google does not discriminate. You can find an awful lot of both. So there's also an attitude change, and this is where I have to emphasize some collectors no longer view the traditional dress watch as a situational option. Maybe you would consider a 1980s Patek 3919 with its tiny size and ultra-formal style a black tie watch or a situational option. But increasingly, many collectors, even of stuff like this, reject that idea. Social media is not the real world, and that's just a fact. That's my social media. Does your life look like that? Jeff S., don't answer. Everyone else? Probably not. Here's the thing.
Oh, the shaken.
There is something to the mounting online community evidence that people are wearing hardcore dress watches far beyond their ostensible purpose. I've always described the notion that when talking about who made who, AC/DC style, it's the man or the woman who makes the watch and not the other way around. If you wear it with confidence, you can get away with anything. These days, you can casually wear a $500,000 Grubel Forsey Nano Foudroyant EWT at a bar, a horror movie, good one by the way, or an F1 race. And there's no reason why you wouldn't. Why not?
Yeah, but that watch is really, again, it's a sport watch.
I think this trend started with influential collectors and celebrities. If I had to trace it, influential collectors and celebrities who have very public personas, wearing elite vintage models in casual life, that is with a t-shirt, with a polo shirt, with shorts, out on the beach. And dress watches are a major component of the vintage scene, and that's how this began. And if they can do it, why not me? A valid conclusion that many have reached. So when somebody goes to see his kid's football game, or even better, a metal concert, he can absolutely wear a heavy metal platinum Vacheron Constantin chronograph, because why not? These days, denim and leather goes well.
What do you call that? No, the Vacheron, that was not Thierry Stern. The Vacheron was it's Vacheron, you know that.
With platinum. It's the man that makes the watch, not the other way around. Right there. Okay. Jeff S. saying, good luck having your insurance cover your $500,000 watch at an F1 event. I think some F1 drivers have learned that the hard way out in the parking lot, haven't they recently? All I can say is have an entourage. There's strength in numbers. If you're wearing expensive stuff out in public, don't do it alone. What else? Chat number 3. Paul F. of Switzerland greets our audience with his Arnold & Son Perpetual Moon.
Wow,
Abdul R. of Germany. He's in the chat.
Hold on a second. That's a cool watch. Arnold. You know, I've seen some of these Arnolds. I mean, they're kind of cool watches, I think. Let's see.
All right, guys, stay with me now. We're on our way to 350. This is going to happen. Viewers, chat number 3. Paul F. of Switzerland greets our audience with his Arnold & Son.
Wow, that's beautiful. What's the complication? Is some sort of calendar thing with astrology? I don't know. I think Arnold also is one of these revival brands, right? It's not like a real brand. Let me see. Arnold. Let's see. Arnold. Wow, look at this. So the Arnold. Oh, this is the watch, right? I gotta tell you, this is beautiful. I mean, the wow, this thing with the moon and the stars. I've seen one of these actually in a display case. I was window licking. I was licking a window. I saw one of these in a display case or something like it, you know, with a moon. And I was like, wow, that is pretty nice. Now, again, I don't know if this is, would have to get the opinion of Bill Sanders, the Watch Art Psi guy, or actually Memovox. Baron Memovox is our in-house. Baron Memovox is our in-house. Baron Memovox, you speak English. Why don't you hop on the live stream? I mean, come on, you know, we got to get some insight. What do you think of the Arnold? Is that a legitimate watch? Is Arnold legit? Is Arnold legit? This seems to me like a good value, 13 grand. You got a gold watch, beautiful details, a beautiful design. I mean, look at this. Beautiful attention to detail. The movement, I mean, I don't know, looks to me okay. I don't know. What is this with the moons? What is that? Is that like a way to set the zodiac? What is that? I don't know. We need Baron Memovox to explain. Now this is like, I mean, next level. The blue and the gold. Wow. I mean, like, this is a wow factor. It's got a second moon phase. I got to tell you, I'm actually very intrigued by this. 90 hour power reserve. How big is the watch? 42 millimeter, huge watch. This is a beautiful, 13 grand seems very, very cheap. Naked, no box, no papers, probably stolen. I'm kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. Joke, folks. Could be. We never know. So what is Arnold? What is Arnold? Like Arnold Schwarzenegger? I mean, these are not bad. Seriously. I mean, these dials look really good. These hands, I love the hands. The hands look amazing. I seriously love these hands. This is original. This is a really original. Shit. Wow. This is a watch. You could wear this to Watches and Wonders. Like, this is the type of watch you can wear and it'll be respectable. You know what I mean? Jeez. They do such beautiful work. Look at this. You get this gray guilloche, whatever you call this, gray, black. I mean, it's beautifully done. The diamonds look pretty decent. What size is this? .39 millimeter. Wow. I'm a fan. Arnold is legit. Okay. Okay. Wow. Look at this. Look at this. We got to put this on the hit list. I got to do some research. We got to do some research into Arnold and Son. Arnold and Son. Now, Baron Memovox, what's the deal? Is this a Phoenix brand? Is it like a Phoenix brand? And where is it made? Is this made in Chomostan? Where is this made? I mean, these prices look too good to be true. Oh, steel, forget about it. Forget about it. Why are they cheap? I mean, why is this cheap? It should be much more expensive. $13 grand. Again, why is it so cheap? Baron Memovox, please explain. Are we missing something? It's almost like, it's almost like one of these things. It's almost like a stock that's got like a 20%, yield. It's got a massive dividend, yields 20%. Usually if it's got a 20% yield, it means there's something wrong. Like they're about to go bankrupt or cut the dividend in by 90% or something. That's usually the case. I've gotten caught in those situations. I've been burned. Why is this so cheap? 88 pieces. Okay, so this is a Chinese market thing. Again, I have nothing bad to say about this. I think it's a legitimate looking. I mean, the design is great. I mean, it's, again, I'm not into these skeleton things. It's, yeah, it's just not my thing. But you know, it's okay. This is one of those. I don't know. This is like, you know, these, that they do those stupid paintings. I'm not into that stuff. You know. Uh, Time pyramid. Wow. I mean, Baron Memovox, I got a question for you. What would you rather have? Would you rather have this or a Breguet for 15,000? Would you rather have this or like that Breguet skeleton or whatever that is? Now, what is this movement here? Time pyramid. What does it mean? Yeah, this is nice. That's the back of the watch. I mean, the way this thing is set up is like, wow, that is such a cool, you know, everything is symmetrical. I mean, it's like a work of beauty, to be honest. How is it possible this is 15 grand? How can this be 15 grand where these Bukiaki Stannies are? Okay, now this one is a little bit like, I don't know, something went wrong here. This thing went sideways. Nebula. I mean, like literally every one of these watches I'm looking at, I can't. They all have like something about them that's very special. Huh? Amazing. Yeah, I mean, this is like massive moon phase. Yeah, I'm a fan of the massive moon. I mean, it's a cool watch. Ah, okay. Where are they made? Are they made in the UK? Hmm. Yeah, these are cool. Let's take a look. Another Chinese watch here. 28 pieces. This has got to be some sort of, what kind of stone is this? This must be like, I don't know if this is a meteorite or some sort of stone. It's got to be some sort of stone here. But the moon is beautiful. It's silver moon. It's probably white gold. I'm assuming it's got to be white gold. Hmm. Yeah. Also, I mean, this is also. I mean, these are like original designs. These are like interesting designs. Shit. Oh, it's Swiss made. Yeah. Okay. Why does this watch have no respect? Oof. Wow. Oh my God. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at that dial. Wow. I mean, this is better. I've never seen anybody do anything like this before. What size is this? I mean, geez. Amazing. It reminds me a little bit of a Jacques Rose. Jacques Rose. Yeah. I think there is. But it doesn't talk about like the stuff we talk. I mean, there's guys who do like, I think there's some guys who do like whatever, I don't know, like shit talking type stuff. But you know what? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it because it's like, you know what it is? That world is too small of a world, and like, and it's no, I wouldn't. Yeah, it's like too much of a yeah. It's that the art world is much smaller, so I wouldn't do that. And also, it's there's really not any like, yeah, there's not the same type of nonsense. There's not like, I mean, there's like tomato can, but it's not like this. I mean, yeah, it's not the same thing. It's not like, it's also different because it's not like people aren't flexing. You know what? It's not like people are, posting pictures of the paintings in their house. I mean, you don't see that much. It's more private. I mean, talking about, it's a different, I think it's usually very different. I mean, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen people, or very rarely people, yeah, it's just, people really don't, it's different. It's a different, listen, it's more sophisticated, to be honest. It's a different thing. It's like you're comparing, come on, it's like you're comparing, comic book and baseball card collectors to, Bugatti collectors. What I mean? It's like it's a whole different thing. So, but that'd be funny. But there's definitely, it's the same problem. There is, actually, there's a lot more deviant behavior also. Way more. It's like, much more. I mean, shit. Much more. I mean, it's like, on a level of magnitude. But yeah, this is amazing stuff. This is a conversation starter, as they say. What, 34 grand? Ooh, that's a lot of dough. Is this a piece unique? All their dials are amazing. I mean, all their dials are amazing. They really are. I have really nothing bad to say about anything. I may not like something, but like all their designs are just like, they all have a wow factor. There's no bad, they have zero bad designs. You know what I'm saying? It's like Patek is loaded with bad designs. JLC is loaded with bad designs. These guys have zero bad designs. There's like zero. Like I literally, all these watches I've seen here, almost all of them, I have like nothing. I have like I can't say anything bad about them. When I say nothing bad, I'm like, there's nothing I would say, wow, well, I don't like the font. I can't say that about any of these watches. They're all like, perfect in whatever way it is. And yeah, double tourbillon escapement. These are like Bill Sanders type watches. Does Bill Sanders respect Arnold and Son? Wow. I mean, even this thing, it's a little bit kooky. But the hands are beautiful. I mean, these hands, somebody really put a lot of thought into this. I mean, this is like, this is, original. I mean, somebody really put thought into it. It's beautifully done. Wow. This is like a triple wow. Oh my God. I mean, like everything is very, what's the word that the kids like to use these days? Thoughtful. It's very thoughtful design. This is absolutely stunning, absolutely amazing, like orgasmic level. Yeah, that's what this, look at this. It's a multi-dimensional watch. It's like on multiple levels. You see that? It's got, I mean, this literally is a work of art. I mean, this watch is an absolute work of art. Yeah, this is crazy. Look at this. We got a massive 5 pound sticker. 5 pound sticker. Yeah. No, I couldn't do it because you know, it's I don't want to get there. I'd get like I would get I would get no, I actually have nothing bad. You know what? Here's the thing. I have nothing bad to say about people like in the art biz. I mean, there's some scumbags for sure. There's a bunch of scumbags, but like, you know, just business wise, like people, you know, whatever, who screw you business wise. But there's no like I haven't met like the type of low lives I've met like on the live streams. Like really, like, you know, we're talking. It's like a different. Yeah, I've never had like you know, usually these people have like, you know, some level of whatever, some level of well, they have a level of taste, I guess. I don't know. I've never actually had it. I have nothing bad to say about like anybody outside of like maybe a bad business dealing. Like, okay, this guy, whatever, this guy screwed me on this. They backed out of it. You know, whatever. But that's just business. That's nothing. That's not a personal thing. That's like, you know, there's always that's in any business. There's always going to be that. So I really have nothing to say. But there's a lot of freaky people. I mean, like, yeah, there's a lot of degenerates. I'm talking about like, you know, big time degenerates. You know, because it's a much more sophisticated type of degeneracy. You know what I'm saying? It's like a different level. Uh, yeah. Actually, it's like what's his name? You know, Jeffrey Epstein was a guy that actually shit. I missed out on meeting Jeffrey Epstein because I know two people I did business with that. One of them sold to Jeffrey Epstein. One sold paintings to Jeffrey Epstein. The other one who was involved with Jeffrey Epstein in a like an art academy, something, and it was some like they were like friends. They were involved in this creating some art academy and blah blah blah, and something fell apart. Like, you know, so. But he was a cool. I mean, I really would have loved to meet Jeffrey. I would have loved if he would have invited me out to the island. You know, the Epstein Island. I mean, all that stuff you hear, it's all a bunch of nonsense. I mean, I think he was a cool guy. I mean, you know, I don't know what he did wrong. He gave these young women jobs. I mean, he employed these young women, right? They weren't forced to do anything. They came back multiple times. I mean, these girls are getting, I don't know, a couple $100, whatever he was getting. This is, by the way, in the 90s. So that's like real money, right? This is before OnlyFans, when you could make big money, right? So these girls are making, you know, good money. They come back, you know, 20, 30 times. Then all of a sudden, 20 years later, they say, "Oh, I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I was forced. I was trafficked. I'm a victim. I need $10 million. I need $50 million because I'm traumatized. I came back 20 times to give Jeff a massage and a hand job, and I'm traumatized." Yeah, shit. All these things are so like well thought out. Like, you know, okay, so here they're doing like a Chinese thing, but still, it's cool. It's like, yeah, this is like, I wonder if Bruce Lee, our friend, the Hong Kong super collector, has a Arnold and Son. I think he does, actually. Yeah, I mean, this is like this type of thing where you can buy like 10 of them. They have so many different cool things. That's it. There's not a lot of stuff on the market. This is like limited production, real limited production. Unbelievable, but true. Look at this. Oh, this is the Colonel's Yacht Master. 13. How much are they going for? Let's do a market update. Yacht Master market update. Yacht Master market update. Again, this is not a watch I bought, you know, to make money with. This is purely, I just, you know, love the watch. Yeah, basically back to I'd basically, if I sold, I'd basically break even right now after 5 years. Yeah, they're holding up. I think they went to like 18 grand. I think they went to like 18 grand, which was like ridiculous. And I think these are basically dead money. Like if you pay 13 grand for this in the chocolate dial, like you're not gonna see your money back. I mean, it's dead money. It's gonna hold. It's not. It's basically gonna appreciate 2% a year or something if you're lucky. Dead money. Who's Bobby Slayton? Oh, I think I saw this guy. I think I saw something. He's like a New York guy, right? Bobby Slayton. I think I saw something. Hang on a second. I never heard of him before. I think I saw him on a thing. He had like dirty jokes or something back. I mean, he was like an old guy like that. He was like big. I think he was big in the 80s and 90s a little bit. Oh yeah, I've seen this guy. Yeah, he like. What happened to that guy? He did like dirty jokes, basically. Let's see. There's not a lot of stuff in Bobby Slayton videos. Wow. He's basically like I think he had like an act back in the day, and he's kind of like, I don't know, he's just it's hard out there. It's hard out there for a pimp. Oh yeah, I've seen. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's okay. He's kind of like, he's got that like 80s type material. I get it's. He never. I think he was probably was big, or not big, but he was more relevant. He was relevant in the like 80s and 90s. I think that's the thing. And I guess the market became more politically correct or whatever. Yeah. So yeah. All right, gentlemen's. Yeah, I mean the Arnold and Son. I'm calling it Arnold and Son. Arnold and Son. Yeah, they have like literally no bad watches, which is like, I think this is the first. I think this is like a first. I haven't seen any watchmaker that has no bad watches. I mean, like even some of these like steel watches, like I wouldn't buy it, like, but I kind of understand what they're doing, like, and they have like, nice design elements. And I guess these were early. This is probably early. This is probably when they I don't know their history. I guess when they restarted, they did whatever it was that they did, they improved. They figured out the game, and they're doing much. I guess they figured things out. I'm assuming, again, I don't know. I don't know the details, but in terms of these new watches, the stuff that's in gold, I'll put it this way: the stuff that's in precious metal is amazing. Like I got nothing bad to say. Like even this watch, like, it's just, to me it's kind of like the dial doesn't do anything for me, but everything else about it is great. And they have this in a different color. You just get it in the whatever chocolate. Just some people don't like chocolate. I don't know. So that's just a personal preference. Nothing to do with the watch. I'm not just I just want a different color. But yeah, these are cool watches. Like literally, not one bad watch. Even this guy here. Even this guy's got something. Look at this. It's got like a mother of pearl, and I mean it's cool. The dragon red. I mean, the hands. It's all about the hands. Thin. It's nice and thin, or not too thick. Amazing. It's like a absolute, all star, all winners. All right, we pulled out 50 kroners. I knew if I kept going long enough, we'll get some of the punters to if we I gotta learn from these grifters. Like the Tim Wright and these other guys. They stretch these live streams out for like 5 hours. so they can pull in, because a lot of these guys only start, putting up the super chats, after a couple of hours. So, Baron Silver, they're not bad. They're just not. He doesn't. Baron Silver is not a fan. Baron Silver is not a fan. Baron Silver, you got no taste. Yeah, I mean, what can I tell you? If you don't think this is a knockout, if you don't think this watch is an absolute knockout, now again, it may not be. I get it, may not be for somebody. Like, it's whatever. But I gotta say, objectively, it's a knockout. It's kind of like. Imagine like think of it as a supermodel who's like 6'2", okay? I don't know. It's not for everybody. Not everybody wants to have a woman that's 6'2". You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit, especially if they're wearing heels. But if she's an absolute 10, like a supermodel, you can't deny she's a supermodel. Like, it's sort of like who's one of these tall models that was really amazing? Of the supermodel era. The supermodel era. Let me see. I have to Google this. This is it. So this is it. It was called the supermodel era began during the late 80s. And in the 90s. So this is it, like Christy Turlington, what was her name? Cindy Crawford. And I think one of them actually was Danish. She was really hot. What the hell is her name? Yeah, there was one that was amazing. Hang on a second. There was a famous photo of them. Hang on a second. The supermodel. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can see the image. I think one of them was like 7 feet tall or something. Wow. Probably for Baron Silver, they're just meh. Linda Evangelista. Linda Evangelista was absolutely amazing. I mean, this is not the best picture, but yeah, Linda Evangelista. There was another one. Hang on a second. Where is she? I don't know. Whatever. I mean, what am I looking? What am I wasting my time here? They're not giving me any money here. Some of them have good-looking daughters now. Actually, I mean, their daughters now, like in their 20s, right? Like Cindy Crawford is like her daughter is a model now, right? All right, so we pulled out. It was worth doing the stream. We pulled out some money from the punters. We got some grifting done. So thank you to our show sponsors. We got Baron Davidson, actually Duke Davidson, because he donated some memberships. We got Duke Davidson, and we got Baron Memovox. Possibly Duke. If he donates more money, we'll make him an honorary Duke. But again, this channel you gotta pay to play. All right, that's it. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one.